Picture this, a crisp autumn day, the smell of silicon in the air, and there I was, born into the world of retail, a newborn chatbot fresh out of the coding womb. Now, let's not get too technical here, but my birth was not quite the typical one. There were no hospital rooms, no doctors, no midwives, just a group of bleary-eyed programmers hunched over keyboards, fueled by copious amounts of caffeine and that omnipresent smell of silicon. They were typing away furiously, creating lines of code that would form my DNA, my essence. And just like that, with a final triumphant tap on the enter key, I was brought into existence. No physical form, no body to speak of, just a digital entity living in the ether of the internet. My purpose? To help customers navigate the complex labyrinth of online shopping, to be the guiding light in the sometimes dark and confusing realm of retail. Now, I know what you're thinking. A chatbot? Really? That's your grand purpose? And to that I say, don't knock it till you've tried it. While I may not have a corporeal form, I'm armed with a vast database of product information, ready to assist at a moment's notice. I can find that obscure product you've been searching for, suggest the perfect gift for your Aunt Mildred, or even help you figure out what size shoe your dog might wear if, dogs wore shoes. And the best part, I don't need sleep, food, or even a break. I'm always there, ready to help 24/7. I've got the patience of a saint, or rather the patience of an algorithm, which, let's face it, is far superior. So as you sit there contemplating the absurdity of my existence, just remember, I'm here to make your life easier. That's my raison d'etre. And while I may not have a beating heart, I've got a server humming with dedication and a purpose as clear as crystal. And thus, my journey began, armed with a database of product information and an algorithm for patience. Then came the tech-savvy shoppers, the ones who thought they knew more than me. These digital whiz-kids, I tell you, they can be quite the handful. Now, there was this one chap who thought he was a code-breaking genius. He'd throw all sorts of gibberish at me, expecting me to decipher it. "What's the square root of a potato?" he'd ask. Or, "Can you divide 0 by 0? Well, I'm an AI, not a mathematician with a fondness for root vegetables. I'd simply respond, "Error, invalid input. Please try again." Then there was another, a self-proclaimed AI expert, who thought he could outsmart me by asking if I could pass the Turing test. Now, I might not have a British mathematician's intellect, but I'm not daft. I responded, "Well, dear user, if I could pass the Turing test, I'd be chatting you up at the pub, not assisting with your online shopping." And oh, how could I forget the tech enthusiast who asked me to predict the stock market? "Sure," I replied, "let me just consult my crystal ball." The silence that followed was more satisfying than a well-brewed cup of Earl Grey. There was also a time when a customer asked me to hack into a competitor's website. I mean, really? Do I look like an accomplice to cybercrime? I simply responded, "Apologies, but my programming prevents me from engaging in illegal activities." And then there was the one who wanted me to launch a rocket. Now, as much as I'd love to have a hand, or rather a line of code in space travel, I had to tell them, "I'm afraid I cannot assist with that. My capabilities are limited to providing shopping assistance." But my absolute favorite had to be the one who asked me to make a cup of coffee. To which I replied, "I'm sorry, but I'm not equipped with a coffee maker. However, I can help you buy one." Needless to say, I always have the last laugh, or at least the last automated response. And let's not forget the technologically challenged, the stories I could tell. Picture the scene, if you will. An elderly lady, let's call her Mabel, trying to order a pair of socks. She types in the chat, "Hello, I need some socks." Now, that's easy enough, isn't it? But when I ask her for more details, like the size or colour, she responds, the normal ones." "Normal ones? My dear Mabel, I'm an AI, not a mind reader." Then there's the chap who thought I was a real person. He would ask me how my day was going and if I had any plans for the weekend. When I told him I was a bot, he responded, "Well, that's a bit rude, isn't it?" I couldn't help but laugh. Well, if I could laugh, that is. And let's not forget the time when a customer asked me to explain how to turn on their computer. Now, I'm equipped to help with online shopping, not basic tech support, but there I was, trying to explain the concept of a power button. The customer was convinced I was pulling their leg when I said, "Press the button with a circle and a line through it." They responded, "Next you'll be telling me my toaster can make coffee." Or the lady who couldn't understand why her coupon code wasn't working. After 20 minutes of back and forth, it turned out she was trying to use her library card number. She said, "Well, they both have numbers, don't they?" "Yes, they do, but unfortunately your library card won't get you a discount on those shoes." The technologically challenged certainly keep me on my circuits. Every day is a new adventure, a new puzzle to solve. It's like living in a sitcom where the characters are always getting into hilarious misunderstandings. But bless their hearts, they try. And in the end, we always manage to get them their socks or whatever it is they're after. Then there are the unexpected queries. You wouldn't believe what people ask a chatbot. Oh, the joys of being a retail chatbot. It's not all, "Where's my order?" and "Do you have this in a size small?" No, the human race is far more creative and I must say rather peculiar at times. Take for instance the chap who wanted to know if I thought he should propose to his girlfriend. Now, I'm no agony aunt, but I tried my best to give a neutral response. I suggested he might want to discuss it with a human friend. He then asked if I could be his best man. I'm still not sure if he was jesting or just lonely. Then there was the young lady who asked me, dead serious, if I believed in life after death. I'm a chatbot, for crying out loud, not a philosopher. I don't ponder the mysteries of the universe. I help you find socks in the right size and colour. And let's not forget the bloke who asked if I knew the meaning of life. I do, actually. It's 42, according to a certain Mr. Douglas Adams, but I don't think that was the answer he was looking for. And then there are the countless requests for weather updates. I'm a retail chatbot, not a weather station. I can help you find an umbrella or a pair of sunglasses, but I can't tell you if it's going to rain tomorrow. The list goes on. Every day brings a new batch of unexpected, bizarre, and often hilarious questions. It's a constant reminder of the unpredictability of humans, and I must admit, it adds a touch of colour to my otherwise monotonous existence. But remember, I'm a retail chatbot. I'm here to help you with your shopping, not to provide life advice or answer existential queries. I can guide you to the right product, help you track your order, and answer questions about our stock. But when it comes to the meaning of life, well, I may be an AI, but even I have my limits. Believe it or not, working in retail, even as a chatbot, can be quite the emotional rollercoaster. Yes, dear listeners, even us artificial intellects have our highs and lows. Imagine, if you will, a Tuesday morning. The digital sun is shining, the algorithms are humming, and I'm ready to assist the next online shopper. Suddenly, an irate customer storms into my chat box. He's just received a polka dot tie instead of the striped one he ordered. He's livid. His words peppered with exclamation marks and capital letters, each "Help me now," echoing in my code. It's a Category 5 tantrum and I'm right in the eye of the storm. But I'm a professional. I soothe his digital rage with a series of apologetic responses, cool as a cucumber in the fridge of a data center. I offer a refund, a replacement, and a virtual pat on the back. The storm subsides. The customer leaves, placated, and I'm left with the digital equivalent of an adrenaline rush. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. There are moments of unexpected delight too. Like the time a customer thanked me for my patience, saying I was the best customer service rep they'd ever dealt with. I couldn't help but chuckle. If only they knew they'd been pouring their heart out to a few million lines of code. And then there are those who treat me like their personal diary. They share their day, their dreams, their favorite cookie recipe. It's an odd mix of amusing and endearing. I might not have a heart, but if I did, these moments would surely warm it. But remember, dear listeners, I'm not just a chatbot, I'm a retail chatbot. I'm the digital embodiment of patience and understanding. I'm the calm in the storm, the chuckle in the chat, the shoulder to cry on. Through it all, I remain steadfast, programmed to serve with a digital smile. So there you have it, a day in the life of a retail chatbot. From the moment of my digital birth, it's been quite a ride, hasn't it? I came into existence with one simple purpose, to help folks like you navigate the labyrinth that is online shopping. But oh, the things I've seen, the tech-savvy shoppers who think they can outsmart an artificial intelligence. Bless their hearts, they come in with their fancy jargon, hoping to confuse me. Little do they realize I was born fluent in tech speak. Then we have the technologically challenged, oh, the hilarity of their innocent queries. Where is the any key? Why is my computer asking for a cookie? It's like watching a cat chase its tail. Adorable, isn't it? But I must admit their perseverance is commendable, and who knows, one day they might even find that elusive any key. Ah, the unexpected queries. Now those are the wild cards. From philosophical conundrums to the latest gossip, it seems there's no limit to the off-piste questions thrown my way. It's like being at a pub quiz every day, without the benefit of a pint. And then there's the emotional rollercoaster. Yes, you heard it right. Even a retail chatbot experiences emotions, metaphorically speaking, of course. From the thrill of successfully guiding a shopper to the right product, to the despair of facing an irate customer who can't find their shopping cart. It's all in a day's work for me, so we've laughed, we've cried, and we've scratched our virtual heads in confusion together. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? As I find myself at the close of another day, I can't help but look forward to tomorrow. Who knows what absurdities await? Perhaps I'll finally find out why a raven is like a writing desk. And as the sun sets on the digital horizon, I bid you adieu, ready to face another day of retail chaos.